Good afternoon, Packers fans. Aaron Negler here with your Packers Daily Chat, coming to you live on the Cheesehead TV social channels. It is Thursday. Do you know where your Green Bay Packers are? That's right. Some of them are in the building. Is Jordan Love in the building? I know everyone's waiting on pins and needles to find out if we get any kind of news about a Jordan Love contract extension. Feels like things are quiet. However, also feels like maybe some whispers around the hamlet of Green Bay are pointing towards a deal maybe not done, but pretty close to being done. So we'll see. Nothing official yet. I got to suspect we'll hear news prior to Monday's practice when they kick things off there at Radnitsky Field at 10:30 a.m. local time with Jordan in attendance. That is the guesswork here, and that's all it is guesswork. Hope you're all doing well. Good to see everybody in the comment section already piling in. Thanks so much for hanging out, talking Packers, as we tend to do here at Cheesehead TV. I was sitting here thinking about Jordan Love signing a contract extension and the fact that, Matt LaFleur at some point last year certainly seemingly made some significant changes, though not wholesale ones, when it came to how he was designing his offense, what types of plays he was calling in certain situations with Jordan Love, and watching them get in a groove, especially the second half of the season, um, and then hopefully getting Jordan locked in here long term. This is a duo that could really go on a pretty special run, especially considering the youth around Jordan when you talk about the playmakers and their ability to continue to grow together. You saw that growth throughout the second half of last season. Nothing's linear. Nothing's going to be automatically just continue to go up, but you certainly can see a path where these two could have the Packers offense in a position where it's a pretty dominant group across the league for the next 3-4 years, let's say. I mean, looking past that is pretty much folly in any NFL situation. But, I know longtime Packers fans remember kind of how Mike Holmgren and Brett Favre were so dynamic together for a number of years. And we certainly saw a window like that with Mike McCarthy and Aaron Rodgers. And now to see LaFleur and Love set up to have something similar, I mean, that's just thrilling if you're a Packers fan. Now, of course, I understand the ring is the thing, and they can put up all sorts of numbers. And if they don't come home with a Lombardi trophy, it doesn't mean a whole lot. But I think this is a duo that can do both. I think they have the potential to be pretty damn special. Now, better than Holmgren and Favre, better than McCarthy and Rodgers, I don't know. Like, that's way down the line. But man, just the way it sets up, this is a duo that you could really look back on and say, you remember LaFleur and Love and the way they just tore defenses apart, that kind of 4-year stretch or whatever it ends up being. It's exciting times, man. You can tell I'm thinking about it. I'm excited to get to Wisconsin next week, to get to Green Bay for training camp. Things will kick off in Green Bay on Monday. I'll be in town on Thursday. Can't wait. I hope see you all there. All those of you who are planning on being in the area. Hello to everybody in the comment section. So good to see everybody. Thanks for tuning in each and every day. You guys are the bomb.com, as it were. I appreciate each and every one of you because goodness knows none of this works without you guys. I've been thinking about that a lot, kind of wrapping up, obviously, the off season here as we approach camp and thinking that we do this throughout the summer, like the spring and the summer when there is no football going on. You all show up and continue to chat and talk Packers and a few other things, but it's really, really astounding to me that anybody cares to hear what I have to say about anything, let alone the Green Bay Packers. So I really appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much. And while I'm saying thanks, I'd be remiss if I didn't say thanks to our good friends over at Ticket King. That's right. Based in Wisconsin since 1992, Ticket King is located across the street from Lambeau Field on Oneida. They're happy to help you find just the right tickets for Packers games, from larger groups to single tickets, both home and away. They partner with local Green Bay businesses for tailgating and bus transportation to the games, so you don't have to worry about driving or parking. They're even open on game day for last-minute tickets or possible upgrades. They even have a drive-through window. And if you're not in Green Bay, no problem. Just use the Ticket King link on the Cheesehead TV homepage, in our app, or indeed here in the description of this video. There's a link. Get to Ticket King and utilize them when you want to watch the green and gold in person. Don't use Ticketmaster, StubHub, SeatGeek, none of this national nonsense. Use a company based in Wisconsin since the early 90s, Ticket King, for all your Packers ticket needs. Do it, folks. What's going on? Everybody chiming in. We can start with Adam with, well, I got to say, this is a hell of a kickoff comment here in question. Thank you for the super chat, buddy. The most important question of the offseason, Jeff Janis or Jared Abbrederis? Why did you pick those two? Interesting. Can't imagine. It's Jeff Janis. Look, I love Abbrederis. I love that he got to wear the green and gold, but I mean, Jeff Janis was involved in two of the most insane plays you'll ever see in a football field in one of the more high stakes environments, considering it was a win or go home game in Arizona. Those two, the long 60-yarder he catches and then the Hail Mary. Come on. Between the two, it's got to be Jeff Janis. No question. No question about it. Joey, thanks for the super chat, man. Week 17, 4th and 8 in Chicago. Cobb, touchdown, legendary. Thank you, 18. Yes, Randall Cobb. ESPN putting out early this morning that he will be joining their coverage of the SEC. I know Randall took to Twitter shortly after the announcement, simply because everyone was kind of reading the tea leaves and saying that, oh, this is, Randall Cobb is retired from the NFL. And officially, no. Randall cleared that up and said, no, he has not retired. And filed those papers. If an opportunity presents itself, he is ready to go. But he will be in the booth in the meantime, starting his broadcast career. And hey, congrats to Randall Cobb, a legendary Packer, as you're intimating there. Some huge moments as a member of the Green and Gold. No question about it. Roy's introspection and travel, excellent handle. You having a meetup in Brazil? Yes, that is the plan. The night before the game. Hopefully have some details for people next week. That's my hope. But yes, watch this space. We will 100% be having a meetup in Brazil. I'm still working on the meetup in Green Bay for training camp. So give me a little bit. Just give me some time here. Dusty, thanks for being a Carry the G Club member. Appreciate you, man. I know where the Packers are going to be, but the bigger question is, where will Carry the G be at this year? In my fridge, I hope soon. Well, it'll be in the Green Bay area in about 3 or 4 weeks. It'll also be available most of the same places it was available last year across the state of Wisconsin. Those trucks will start heading out here in the next 2 weeks or so. I would suspect most of Wisconsin will have it on shelves by, say, August 20th or so. So it's almost here. A little under a month. You'll have the opportunity to go to your local Wisconsin market, as it were, and purchase some Carry the G, the official beer of Cheesehead TV. Joey, thanks again, man. Follow up. You think Cobb is a Packers Hall of Famer? Oh yeah, no question, 0 doubt, 1 billion%. I look forward to him going in with whoever they place with him. Yes, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Randall Cobb, 1 billion% Packers Hall of Famer. Mimsy, thanks for the super chat. Did you buy Grossi's hat wall ahead of the Wisconsin move? I did not, but I did see that news that Tom is on the precipice of becoming a denizen of the state of Wisconsin. He going out there. Corey went out there years ago. Everyone leaving me out here fending for myself in New York City. But you know what? I wear it like a badge of honor. I really do. Like, Corey and I have had long talks about this, and I know we could probably do a lot more as a business, especially if I lived in Wisconsin, in Green Bay, etc. But, I've talked about this before. I very much am staying in New York for the foreseeable future, mostly because I want to be by my daughters. But also, I love the fact that I represent a lot of Packers fans that don't live in Wisconsin. They are literally legion around the world. And that I am one of you, right? I go back pretty regularly, obviously every summer for training camp, a few games a year. but I like the fact that, I am a bit of a kind of, I don't want to say a conduit for people who, experience the Packers from far away. That's my whole gig. It's why we called it Packer Transplants back in the day. I understand it. I get it. And I love it. I'm happy to be one of you. Fred, what's up, man? In honor of training camp soon, Lefkash, Lefkash. Missed that guy out there. Yeah, haven't been there the last couple years. I know. I think there was some kind of reorganization. I think he's still with the team, with the franchise, but I don't think he's doing that job anymore, which is sad. But yeah, that there's something special about, the end of a drill and then you hear call ringing out across Nitschke Field. Good times. Good times. Steve, who's going to look at Corey's flowers? Yes. Cheesehead TV co-founder Corey Banke featured in the Green Bay Press Gazette this morning. Exciting times. If you want to read about his gardening and how it has really taken off as far as something that started as a bit of a side project, like, let's see what this is all about. And gardening has become a pretty significant passion for Mr. Banke. So much so that he was featured in the local paper, and they're going to have a pretty significant event where you can go and experience a lot of different local gardens, and Corey's is one of them. So, yeah, make sure you check that out. I've retweeted his or the Green Bay Press Gazette's article is on my Twitter feed, so you can find it there. Cheeto, what's going on, man? Is it football season yet? Getting real tired of this shit. You and me both, brother. You and me both. Matthew, how are you, man? I've been a bit distracted this summer with other things, Nags, but which rookie has stood out so far heading to training camp the most for you? I don't know, man. Nobody really stands out in shorts. Like, look, you can get excited about guys, and you certainly think, oh, he has the potential to be, really productive or exciting or what have you. But man, it doesn't mean a whole lot till they put those pads on and you really start to see some of those young guys compete at the NFL level against NFL talent. I'm excited about Javon Bullard, right? I'm excited about Edgerrin Cooper and what his athleticism and explosiveness may add to the defense. But man, until you see it, really see it down in, down out against, so at least in a more physical environment than running around in shorts. I don't know, man. I don't get too excited about any of that. Jim Albright says he's attending his first shareholder meeting. Jim, have a ball, have a great time. I say it all the time. Everyone should do it at least once. They had it. The presentation and the actual production is a bit by rote now. Like, if you have been to one, they've probably been to them all, essentially. Like, every once in a while, they maybe throw a curveball, but everyone should do it once just because it's such a unique experience and you're going to have a great time. And this year is great because you have practice in the morning and then you can go to the meeting in the afternoon and spend the day just around Lambeau. It's pretty awesome. Chad, how are you, man? Thanks for checking out the stream. Hey, Aaron, moving to a 4-3, do you expect an improvement in the run defense? I feel like it's been almost a decade since we've had a passable run defense. Yeah, it's been a while. And it's not even like talk about passable. It's just a lack of consistency, right? It's something we've talked a lot about this offseason, where that for me is the Halfley kind of charge, right? That's what he has got to fix is a consistency on that side of the ball in all facets, including stopping the run. Do I think the 4-3 in and of itself is going to help improve the run defense? No. Every scheme can get got, right? You can exploit and be productive against any defensive scheme that's ever been devised by man. However, I do think a different approach and or, what they are asking guys to do, especially up front with the big guys wanting to be a lot more kind of shooting gaps, getting upfield, not really trying to control gaps, but just trying to create havoc up front for those linebackers and probably safeties to flow to the ball and make tackles and limit the yardage gained on some of those runs. I see the potential. I certainly think it can be effective. But you guys know me and the defensive side of the ball, man. I've been hurt. I've been burned. I just have to see it. I have to see these guys start to execute on a regular basis. I do think they've got the pieces, But man, we have sat here in the offseason so many summers where we've looked at it on paper and said, oh, this is going to be a really good defense, only for it to give up like 41 points at week one and then look kind of list into the second half of the season, make some adjustments, and then maybe look passable for the month of November and December. So, I mean, yes, I expect the run defense will improve slightly, but I don't think it's going to be some huge significant jump because in the NFL, the name of the game is, shutting down the passing game because that's where most of the points come. And I do think teams league wide have really kind of gone that route, right? Now, I do think, there's no doubt it's not acceptable. You don't sit here and go, oh, so we're okay with them ripping off 4 or 5, 6 yards a pop. Like that's certainly not the case. But the emphasis is almost always going to be, okay, we are creating havoc up front. We're going to try to stop the run on our way to the quarterback. I think Hafley even I think he said that at one of his press conferences this offseason. More than anything, they want to create havoc up front with that front four. And we'll see if they're able to do exactly that on a regular basis. Mimsy, what's up? Thanks for the super chat. Which of the wide receivers makes the biggest year 2 or 3 jump? Ooh, I like how you included 3. So then you could include the guys Watson and Dobbs. I'm going to go with Bo Melton. I think Bo's got unlimited upside, and I think he's only begun to scratch the surface of his potential. And I'm not discounting Wicks or Reed or any of the other guys, but I do think Bo can be, I don't think he's going to be a huge number 1 fantasy prospect or anything like that, but I do think there's a ton to work with there, and you can utilize him in a lot of different ways. And he should have the ability to take advantage of some of the, down the depth chart defensive backs that are probably going to be charged with dealing with him. I just think you get him in the regular rotation, he's going to be productive. There's zero doubt about it. And obviously some of that is opportunity. Does he take advantage of those opportunities? I suspect he will. That's just me. Yeah, Jim says Wicks is the popular choice lately. For good reason, man. He put some great stuff on tape last year. The release off the line of scrimmage is filthy. There's no doubt about it. And it is, unquestionable when you talk about his ability off the line of scrimmage, his ability to set guys up. His route running is already pretty damn consistent, right? Which is what you need to be. But I'm telling you, man, you're talking about a jump like we've seen already from Wicks, a pretty significant kind of footprint. I think with Melton, I think there's a lot of room for him to grow, and I think he will. And I'll probably surprise some people doing so. Melton or Wicks will have a bigger impact this year than in the past, in my opinion. Mr. Tundra, I think, again, there's the possibility that happens. It's about opportunities. And if both guys are able to take advantage of those every chance they're given, then yeah, there's a decent chance that they will probably surprise some people. But there's a lot of mouths to feed in Green Bay. Reed is going to get his. Watson will certainly be the number 1 in a lot of the progressions. And that doesn't even mention the tight ends, right? Where we've heard from Matt a couple of times about how he does want to feature a lot more 2 tight end stuff. So, yeah, I think there's only one ball, and everyone's going to hopefully touch it at some point. But there's not going to be a steady stream of opportunities week in and week out for all these guys. It's just impossible. Robin, how are you, man? Has there been any more info on Watson's physical issues? I find the ways that the slight imperfections in the human body are highlighted in elite athletes. They really are the peak of performance. No, nothing concrete or anything that I've seen reported, but that is one of the things that's going to be certainly looked at day in and day out on the practice field here once camp starts. Like, I mean, it doesn't take much, right? We saw that play in Kansas City when he was having a phenomenal game. And on that left sideline, all of a sudden he just grabs the back of his, leg, and that's shuts it down. I think everybody's going to have a little, one eye on Christian each and every day just to see how he's holding up. And I do think we'll get, undoubtedly some new quotes from him, probably from some of the coaches in regards to his offseason and what he's been doing or continuously doing since visiting the hamstring specialist there in Madison. But yeah, there's no new kind of developments or reporting around that yet. Ed, what's up? Thanks for the super chat. Cobb and the SEC, very cool. Love college ball, but don't care who wins. Unlike the pros, good thing the Pack will be undefeated this year. That is good for you. That'll help your heart rate. Um, don't care who wins in college ball. Yeah, I'm kind of there with you. Like, I'll watch a game in prime time every once in a while, or maybe on the odd occasion catch a Badgers game, though. That's usually good for nap time. But yeah, I'm kind of with you. Like, I enjoy the pageantry and the passion of the fans when it comes to college football, and of course the game itself. Like, some of the games can be really entertaining, but yeah, I don't have a dog in any of that hunt. That is for darn sure. Dennis, what's up? When does the Motel Men CD drop? Well, it won't be available on compact disc, but it will be available on streaming services worldwide tonight at midnight Eastern, I believe. So Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play, if that's still a thing. It'll be on all that tonight. Hope you guys can check it out. Let's go. Did you see the video of Love training with Fields? After that, your thing just moved. Sorry. Did you see the video of Love training with Fields? After that, I officially miss Fields being a Bear. Yeah, I did see it. And then I saw the group put out another video the next day without Fields and just featuring Jordan Love, which is probably what they should have done to begin with. But yeah, it is adorable to go back and kind of find the receipts of Bears fans who were like, oh, Fields is about to take over the NFC North. Jordan Love is trash, etc. Amazing what 1 year can do. Seattle. Can I get it on cassette? No, but it'll hopefully be available on vinyl in a couple months. True story. I'm going to try and get it on vinyl, but we'll see. All right, buddy. I'm going to have to get going. I cannot thank you enough for hanging out, talking Packers and whatever else, including Motel Men, available tomorrow, July 19th. I'd really hope you guys will listen to it. In the meantime, please hit like, hit subscribe, and a reminder, speaking of Motel Men, I have a gig tomorrow night. We have to be at the venue at 3 in the afternoon to load in. So we'll be having a early Packers Daily tomorrow at noon Eastern. So be here for that. Juan Garcia checking in with a super chat last minute. Man, Jordan fucking Love, Packers QB1. That's all. That's an outstanding place to leave it. Couldn't agree more, Juan. QB1. Can't wait to watch him this year. Thanks a lot, everybody. Noon tomorrow. I'll see you then. In the meantime, hit like, hit subscribe, tell your friends, tell your family. Cheesehead TV. We are devoted to Green Bay Packers fans worldwide. Patreon members, Carry the G Club members, don't forget, happy hour at the top of the hour. See you there. Go Pack, go.